Good morning/afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to share with you an in-depth look at the history and ongoing challenges of racial discrimination against Mexican Americans. Today, we'll explore the legal, social, and cultural struggles they have faced from the 19th century all the way to the present day. We'll also discuss the powerful activism that has contributed to progress over time. Let's dive into this important and complex topic together. Today, we'll be looking closely at the racial discrimination faced by Mexican Americans, both historically and in the present day. We'll explore significant moments such as legal inequalities, violent acts, important court cases, and the activism that arose in response. Beyond these historical events, we'll also discuss the ongoing social and economic challenges this community continues to experience. Throughout, the focus will be on raising awareness and emphasizing the importance of continued advocacy. This comprehensive examination aims to provide a deeper understanding of the issues that have shaped and continue to affect Mexican Americans in the face of discrimination. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, signed in 1848, marked the end of the Mexican-American War and resulted in Mexico ceding a vast amount of territory to the United States. This treaty included important promises to the Mexican residents living in those newly acquired areas, assuring them U.S. citizenship and protection of their property rights. However, many of these promises were not kept. Instead, through legal loopholes, manipulation, and sometimes outright violence, many Mexican Americans lost their land. This widespread dispossession had profound impact, displacing communities and severely undermining their economic stability for generations to come. During the early 20th century, Mexican Americans faced harsh realities of legalized segregation, especially in public schools, housing, and other facilities. This was most evident in states like Texas and California, where laws explicitly enforced these divisions. Alongside segregation, voter suppression tactics were used to prevent many Mexican Americans from participating fully in the political process, effectively silencing their voices. This era was also marked by brutal racial violence, including lynchings and mob attacks, creating an atmosphere of fear. Such violence reinforced discrimination and severely limited social and economic opportunities for the community. Texas and California stand out as key regions where these practices were deeply entrenched, highlighting the widespread nature of these injustices during that time. During the economic crisis of the 1930s, both federal and local governments launched repatriation programs as a response to widespread unemployment and hardship. These programs led to the forced deportation of hundreds of thousands of Mexican Americans, including many who were actually born in the United States. The justification given for these actions was that removing Mexican Americans would reduce job competition for other citizens. However, the consequences were severe. These programs tore families apart and intensified racial stigma, further marginalizing the Mexican American community during an already difficult time. During the mid-20th century, the League of United Latin American Citizens, or LULAC, emerged as a prominent force in the fight against discrimination. They were instrumental in advocating for the rights of Latin American communities across the country. One of the most significant moments during this time was the 1947 Mendez versus Westminster case. This case successfully challenged the segregation of Mexican American children in California schools, marking a major step forward in educational equality. The victory in Mendez versus Westminster didn't just change policies in California. It set an important legal precedent that helped pave the way for broader integration efforts and stronger civil rights protections nationwide. This case was truly foundational in the ongoing struggle for equal rights. During the 1960s and 1970s, the Chicano movement came to the forefront, advocating for political representation, cultural pride, and crucial labor rights. Central figures like Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta played a vital role by organizing farm workers to demand fair wages and safer working conditions. The movement was deeply focused on improving the lives of these workers, addressing injustices they face daily. Beyond labor issues, it also sought to uplift Mexican American communities by fostering a strong sense of empowerment and cultural identity. This dual focus on rights and pride was key to the movement's impact and legacy. In 1965, the Voting Rights Act was passed, which played a crucial role in eliminating the obstacles that had long kept Mexican Americans from exercising their right to vote. This landmark legislation aimed to ensure equal access to the voting booth for all citizens. Around the same time, the Mexican American Legal Defense and Educational Fund, or MALDEF, was established. MALDEF's mission was to promote education and civil rights through strategic litigation and advocacy. Over the years, MALDEF has worked tirelessly to strengthen the protections initiated by the Voting Rights Act, continuing the fight against discrimination and helping to secure the rights of Mexican Americans through the legal system. Together, these milestones mark significant progress in the ongoing pursuit of equality and justice. When we look at contemporary challenges faced by Mexican American communities, several critical issues stand out. First, despite progress in legal rights, disparities in school funding and quality persist, which continue to affect educational outcomes. Next, employment opportunities remain limited, making it difficult for many to achieve economic growth and stability. Housing is another major challenge. Affordable options are scarce, leading to increased housing insecurity. Finally, these communities are disproportionately affected by the criminal justice system, highlighting ongoing systemic inequalities that need to be addressed. Each of these areas plays a significant role in shaping the lived experiences and opportunities available to Mexican American communities today. Today, we're looking at modern activism, particularly around immigration reform and police issues. One major focus has been the advocacy for the DREAM Act, which is designed to protect undocumented young people who were brought to the country as children. Activists believe these individuals deserve a chance to live and work without fear of deportation. Beyond the DREAM Act, there's a broader push for immigration reform to ensure fair treatment and stronger protections for all immigrants. This includes addressing systemic injustices that affect immigrant communities on a daily basis. Another critical aspect of modern activism is combating racial profiling. This unfair targeting by law enforcement disproportionately affects people of color and has sparked a call for more accountability and changes in policing practices. Finally, activists are actively working to challenge police violence and harsh immigration enforcement policies. These efforts are part of a larger movement striving for civil rights, justice, and equal treatment under the law for marginalized groups. When we look at cultural identity and representation, there are several ongoing struggles that Mexican Americans continue to face. One major area of debate is bilingual education. Many within the community advocate for the importance of maintaining and supporting bilingual programs, seeing them as vital for preserving language and culture while also promoting academic success. Another key issue is fair representation in the media. Accurate and respectful portrayals are crucial because they shape public perception and can either challenge or reinforce stereotypes. Lastly, these conversations are deeply tied to cultural recognition and respect. It's about affirming a rich cultural identity and pushing back against marginalization, ensuring that Mexican American experiences and contributions are valued within the broader society. These struggles are interconnected and central to how the community navigates identity and visibility today. Over the years, we have seen important legal and social progress, including landmark court decisions that have strengthened civil rights protections. These achievements set a foundation, but we still face many challenges, particularly in addressing systemic racism and persistent inequality. That's why continued activism, policy initiatives, and raising public awareness remain crucial. True progress depends on the ongoing commitment of both communities and policymakers working together to advance racial justice and equality for Mexican Americans. It's a shared responsibility that requires dedication and sustained effort,